you've been in contact with me about your back. Okay.
Yeah.
Give me some information, if you can, about your back.
So the problem is right at the base of the spine, right down there in the root, and any movement, any sort of sudden movement, it really gets like a sharpness across the whole of the back and then down through the hips.
Mm-hmm.
And it's now got to the knees, and it's made the knees almost lock, very tight with tension.
So it's in the middle of the back, is it? Or is it the left or the right?
It feels like it's in the middle, at the base in the middle.
So it's male and female put together then, basically?
Yeah.
Okay, so within the lower part of your back, have you been anxious about anything? Because you know that the lower back, it represents fear.
Yeah.
Represents money, financial support, and things like that.
Yeah.
So,
absolutely.
Is there anything you want to add to that? Do you think it's to do with financial support? Do you think it's to do with fear? Because it's now that you're moving now to a new place.
Yeah. I would say all of the above. It's to do with stepping out on my own 2 feet after a recent divorce,
mm-hmm.
and then find my own place and being solely responsible for me.
Okay.
And everything that brings, whether it's the financial side, the emotional side, just the day-to-day side of living, all those aspects is probably sort of rolled into one big snowball, and it sort of hit me, if you like. It's hit me square in the face.
Yeah.
As to the actual reality of that.
Okay. So what sort of pain are you in from a scale from 1 to 10, would you say?
When I'm sat here still, it's probably about a 3 or a 4. When I get up to change position, it probably goes maybe to a 7 or an 8.
I know I'm going to be a pain in the butt by asking this, but I want you to do it for me. Can you get off the... Or you're on the bed at the moment?
I am, yeah.
Right. Would you be able to come off the bed and just have a little walk around, and then let's get this pain increased? Because why am I saying let's get the pain increased? I know you're thinking, my God, he wants to increase the pain. It's going to really give me some jip here. But the fact is, then we're going to go to your superconscious mind. Okay. And I'll be going to go inward by closing my eyes. I'm going to let Source, who I'm really close to, channel through me, and we're going to talk now to your superconscious mind after you've done your walkabout and come and sit down. So just quickly do your walkabout, because what we're going to do, we're going to first ask your Source, your higher conscious mind, because that's got all the information to it.
Yeah.
That knows what it's all about, because our conscious mind can turn around and say, well, it's this, 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 and this, and this. But it's not going to really deep down where your superconscious mind knows everything. So we need to talk to the superconscious mind and find out there what's happening. Start to clear that. Then we're going to start, there's going to be labels and everything like that's going to be attached. So then we're going to start looking at the labels and start taking the labels away. Then the most interesting part, what we're going to do is that I'm going to tune into you, and we're going to have a look at your back, and I'm just going to find out what the universe wants me to help with in that part of the back for me to do some light psychic surgery if it needs doing. It may not need doing. There's no point me jumping straight to it saying, oh yeah, you need psychic surgery, when all we know, it could be the emotions what are trapped causing that problem. With you picking boxes up and everything else, okay, it could be the way you pick the boxes up at the time when a thought was going through your mind.
Yeah.
So when you got a worrying thought, you could have picked this box up with a worrying thought, then that's triggered your back to be out of alignment.
Yeah.
Because when we're all happy and jolly and everything else, when we do, and our backs are absolutely fine, it's very unlikely that we pull our backs very often.
Yeah.
And if we do, it's just that it's something in the back of our subconscious mind what's triggered something off. So it's time for your body to say, it's time to deal with this.
Yeah.
So we've got to find out what we need to deal with. Okay. And the universe is going to work with your superconscious mind and find out what the triggers are and everything else. And we're going to work together and we're going to clear them. How does that sound?
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds great.
Okay, so jump off the, no, not jump off the bed, but get off the bed easy as you can. Just walk around and let's just see how you feel when you're walking around. Tell me exactly what it feels like as you're walking. Now put yourself, your mind. Now what we're going to do it while you're walking around. We're not going to do it while you're sitting.
Yeah.
This is the most funniest part because people think, oh, but I need to sit down to get an issue sorted. No, you don't.
Okay.
So when you're walking around, I'm going to speak to your higher conscious self, and while you're walking around, you're going to start to feel a release. Then the walking is going to be a bit more simpler. And we're going to keep on going and keep on going. We're going to pull away all these labels away. So you virtually come down to nothing. Are you happy with that?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So what scale now would you say it is?
About six. About six.
About 6. Okay. Now, keep on walking around. And as you're walking around, I'm going to talk to your high conscious self. So I'm just going to go in. Okay. I'm speaking to Joseph's, Gavin's higher conscious. Release all emotions, all attachments, all anxieties. All cords, what may be attached, or what is attached to this pain in his lower back. And I want you to release them now. Now feel it now. Start to feel all the emotions start to release from the top of your head all the way through your facial area, your cheeks, your neck, your shoulders, going down your arms. Releasing pressure from the back, from the upper back into the middle of the back, lower back, around your waist, your hips, your outer thighs, your inner thighs, your knees, around the front of your knees, the back of your knees, your calf muscles, the front of your calves, your shins, around the front of your ankles, around the back of your ankle, around your feet, And feel all the emotion now draining away into the ground. How does that feel?
I feel like the point of it has gone to the left.
Okay.
It's moved
So
to the
it's
left
gone
side.
to the left. So it's basically gone to the female side. It's to do with the female side now.
Yeah.
So, okay. So go back to your higher conscious. I'm talking again right up to your higher conscious. I want you to release all the emotions what are attached to this pain, to this anxiety, to this anxiousness, what's stuck in the left side of the bottom of the back, the female side, to release and to release now. Feel it releasing from the top of your head, all the way through the facial muscles, around the chin, around the neck muscles, all around the shoulders. If there's any tension in the shoulders, start to feel it just melt away. All the way through the arms. Through your waist. Through your hips. All around your back. Your front of your stomach. Feel it all melting away. Feel it melting away. Going to the lower part regions around your groin area, your buttocks, your thighs, your knees, your front of your knees, your back of your knees, the back of your shins. That's it. Calf muscles, shins, ankles. Feel your feet. All the motion dripping out of your feet, into your toes, and all of it into the Gaia, into Mother Earth. Let the Mother Earth take care of all that emotion. How's it feel now, buddy?
Sit down. Yeah, it's now gone towards the right side.
Okay, so it's now the male side of you.
Yeah.
Okay, so all the emotions what are attached from Joseph's higher self, what are attached to the right-hand side of the back. Cut all the cords, all the emotions what are attached. Cut them all the attachments. And start to release all the emotion now, going through the top of the head, through to the round the face. Feel it just draining away, Joseph. Okay. While I'm closing my eyes while that's draining away. Okay. Keep it going. Feel it all going away. How's that feel?
Yeah, it's tight. It's tight across the middle.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to work now on your hologram of you. Okay.
Okay.
So if you want to, you can sit down now, mate. Sit yourself down. Sit on this chair where you can get back up again.
Good idea.
Really good idea.
All right.
Okay. So I just want you now to just close your eyes while I work on your hologram. So what I saw was like a rusty plate going at the bottom and the back.
Right.
And I've taken like the rusty plate out. But the plate is like a long, like a guillotine type of thing, like a guillotine blade.
Right.
So that's like saying like you chopped in two halves.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Then I'm seeing fluid inside building up. It's like it's showing me a river inside.
Okay.
Now I've been shown a pole. The pole is now run right through your spine. But it's a lightning pole.
Right.
So the fluid is now going up the pole. You start to feel the easiness around the back of your back now. How's your back feeling now?
So I stand up and walk around.
Stand around, walk around. See if you can bend a bit more.
Okay.
Because I can still do this while I walk around because I'm working on your hologram. I'm not actually working on you. I'm working on your spiritual body, your hologram.
Okay. Yeah, I was able to get up, and it's always that initial movement. It's like a shock that goes through you.
Yeah.
And that's definitely lessened that initial shock of like moving up.
Now, can you bend forward now?
Yeah, well, yeah, it's still a bit achy, but this morning I struggled to even get my socks on. But I can get down, I could touch my toes there. It was mildly uncomfortable. Nothing like
That's fine. That's fine. We're going to do it so don't feel any uncomfortable anymore. Okay.
Okay.
Touching everything now to the pole.
Okay.
Like your rib cage and everything is all been attached to the pole. Now you're going to start to feel all the way through the ribs. You're going to start feeling fluid flowing around the body.
Yeah, I just heard something gurgling.
Good.
Yeah, there's all sorts of weird noises coming.
Okay, good. So try and bend a bit more forward more.
Okay. Yeah, just felt a click then when I tried to bend.
Okay, good.
Yeah, that sharp shock, like that stabbing,
Yeah.
that's definitely gone. It's just sort of it's just sort of mildly stiff is what I
Okay.
would call
So
it.
would you say if you could give it a sound, now listen to it, now give it a sound and tell me what the sound is? Because I've got a sound in my head.
Well, its sound is it's sort of, I don't know how it's smooth before it felt robotic.
Is it like a murmuring sound? Like a
Uh,
humming?
yeah. I feel that. I hear that within
Right,
myself
okay.
anyway. A lot of times.
Okay. Now close your eyes. Now listen to the humming sound. And as I turn my fingers anti-clockwise, it's going to start the lesson. Tell me when it's lessening more.
No,
Tell me when you can't hear it anymore.
no.
Good. And we'll go back to your hologram. I'm asking for the body to posit all the labels, all of the emotions, all of the feelings were attached to Joseph at this time. All the negative reactions, all the negativeness in his life, just put him into the box. All through the past lives, through this life, to start to deposit them all in the box. Now I'm going to feel now, Joseph, for the timeline.
Okay.
Right, I've got the timeline. Timeline is telling me 1842. Okay. The timeline's gone. Okay, they've been told about something else. Or the timelines, or the anxieties, or the emotions, or the anxiousness, or the worries, or the fears. Deposit into this box, and deposit into this box now. A lot of energy coming from the shoulders. Underneath the arms as well.
Yeah.
Around the chest area, there's a lot of negative energy there's going into the box. You've been feeling tight around the chest lately.
I've just felt heavy everywhere, to be honest. Everywhere's felt heavy.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm feeling movement in my hips and my legs. It's like movement of something.
This timeline, Joseph, it's miles and miles, it's thousands of miles away. My arms are stretching and stretching and stretching. It's like it's stretching into the cosmos, and it's still going out and going out there. So it's like it's going into another dimension.
Right.
It's actually going out of the cosmos. It's like it's going so far. It's like I don't know where it's going, but it's just my arms feel like it's being stretched and pulled even further. I don't know if it's like going to another planet. I honestly do not know. But my arms getting stretched further and further and further. Okay. Like it's being pulled even further and further. This is a really big one, Joseph. This is.
This is still the same timeline.
This is a different timeline. How's that feel?
Well, I can stand up all right. Yeah, it's just it's like it's just mildly stiff, sort of in lower middle, but I don't have any of those sharp, like I can crouch.
Okay, so let me look into it again. Let's try putting some warmth in there.
Ooh. I just felt like something go through it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just spinning some merkers in there now to just clean up all the crap what's around there. So the merkers now just spinning around. Tiny little merkers just spinning around. Okay. Picking up all the debris. And they start to fill up and turn into little cubes. Now they're transforming now into a cube on its own. Now I'm just tipping in just a little bit of like crystals, like pink purple crystals at the bottom into the water was turned into solid. And it's just going to be going in. That's good. It's all going in. All the crystals are all forming in. Now I'm just going to close the back. Turning the locks, just closing it up. Putting the star constellations around the lock. Some light from the bottom chakra going through. From the bottom of the spine, all the way through. Conscious, Christ-like light.
I can feel it moving through my hips and the spine. I can feel it traveling through.
It's traveling even higher, right up through. It's going to keep your back straight. Even when you bend it, it's going to keep it in place. Okay. How's it feel?
Wow, that felt amazing.
Feel good?
That felt amazing. I could feel it. I could feel it moving through my hips and my spine and like my vertebrae. I could feel something moving through. That was amazing.
Good.
Wow. That was an amazing experience, actually. Remember the first time, maybe a few months ago, when I had problems with my kidneys, and it was to do with fear.
Yeah.
And I described like that gurgling sensation when you were pumping out all that dark juice in my kidneys.
Yeah.
And this was the same sensation, but it was going in. It was filling it up. You know, I can still feel it now. I can feel it. I can feel it in my right hip. Something's moving around. Something's going through it.
Good. That's like the energy just working itself around. That might be the crystals working themselves around, finding where they need to heal.
Yeah. Amazing.
Can you bend okay? Let's see you bend.
Yeah.
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 And can you squat down more? Can you squat with your legs?
I mean, I feel it. There's like what's the word that I use? There's like a robotic element to my knees.
Mm-hmm.
Like, whereas that's like, I don't know whether that's something I've always had, but like my my back and like hips are like it's smooth, you know,
Right.
like it's smooth.
With you just saying that, what you said about robotics in your knees, what I saw then was like 2 discs on either side of the knee. So let's work on that part now. So your back, would you say that your back is now?
Yeah, that mild tightness or tension, it's literally like it's like a 1 out of 10. So it's gone like way down, way
Good.
down.
So let's concentrate now on your knees.
Okay.
Okay. What I can see now in your knees, it's like a metal cap going over your knee.
Right.
And what's happening is, it's like you've got like a piston thing, what's going through the middle of the knee. Okay. So just got to work on that.
Okay.
So you've got your hologram again. So now I'm just turning it around. Don't worry if you feel something. I'm just turning around on your knee. You can sit down if you want to, Joseph.
All right. Okay.
Because I'm working on your hologram. So it doesn't matter if you stand up or whatever, mate. It's just that I've got your hologram in front of me, so I can keep on working with it. So. People what are watching this, you may be thinking, what on earth is he doing? But what I'm doing is using my imagination to actually find out what the issue is by working within the quantum field. I was shown this type of work from a young man called Jerry Sargent, who is the founder of Star Magic. So if you want to find out more about how to do this type of work, just look on his website, starmagic.com, or Google it and they give you the proper website address. He does do online trainings, so you can learn to do this online. And when all this pandemics have been done with, no doubt he'll go back to his life healings as well. It's worth every penny. If it means helping some other being out there, spiritual being, brother or sister, it's worth every little penny. Some of the things what I've been doing today, I can't actually say what actually I'm doing because it says modality. You have to be trained by him, so you know exactly what you're doing. I'll just give you your outlines. So if you're interested in this type of work and use your imagination and everything else, he will teach you to be the best you can ever be. He's a friend of mine and he's a true brother. As you can see, watch this video. I've been using all these different techniques to help Joseph, and just through me not even touching him, he's able to move his back and walk around without any pain.
Yeah, and you can actually feel it as you're working in the quantum field. I can actually feel it in my body. I can feel the changes happening at the same time.
Okay, Joseph, to get up now, my friend, and just try with your knee.
Yeah. Yeah, so my knees always used to click when I crouch.
Yeah.
It was just a constant, yeah, they feel looser. They don't feel as robotic now. There's like a smoothness to the movement, like a lightness. It's a lot lighter.
Yeah. As you know, I work with the universal energies and work with the quantum field. I was given images of like pistons in your knees, Joseph, what was like stuck and there's jammed. So I had to take the pistons out of the knees and re-lubricate them, do more maintenance on them. So when you bend, they're actually closing together. It's actually using like a piston. But on one of them is like a pin, and the pin was being quite damaged with you always on your knees in your job.
Yeah.
With you working on people on feet. So what I've done, I've replaced that with a new pin, and let's just see how it goes.
Feels great. Feels so light. They felt heavy before. They felt heavy and clunky, and they don't feel like that now.
Mm-hmm. You can see see everybody who's watching this video. You can actually see when Joseph first started off here, you could see pain in his face, in his eyes. So you can read a lot of body language, what's happening with Joseph through this process. And as I was doing this process, as you can see now, the lot of the information, what has given me through his face now is giving me more information, saying now is now being pain-free. So, Joseph, if you could just let people know now, what is the pain from 1 to 10 now? What is it now?
So if I was to sit down on my bed where I first started today, and then to get up and stand up, yeah, it's like a 1. It's like a 1 out of 10. It's like a mild tightness, but I wouldn't call it pain. I would just call it something that is just working its way loose.
Okay.
I'm going down the stairs.
Yeah.
The knees and the back. There's no discomfort or there's no pain anywhere. Nowhere.
Great.
No pain anywhere. Amazing.
Excellent. So what could you say, Joseph, about the modality then of Frequency 101 and how we interpret it with Jerry's stuff of Star Magic? Would you say it's a modality what a lot of people out there can really benefit from?
I would say that if any of my friends or family, for that matter, had any type of bodily, well, just pain, because pain itself can be so limiting to people, can really get you down. I would say, or go to an energy healer first, like yourself, rather than say, osteopaths and chiropractors and physiotherapists have their place. Of course they do.
Yeah.
But for the immediacy of the pain relief, which is the biggest thing for so many people, and the pain can be gone in such a short amount of time, that to me is priceless and incredible. And you're amazing, Andrew, yet again.
I'm only amazing because I put hard work into it. I do a lot I keep up with all the trainings and everything. I keep up with the qigong, eat properly, the best I can. You find out that helps a lot as well. So it's basically it's a lifestyle what I do. So as long as I keep up the lifestyle, I do all the healing I can do.
Yeah, a true gift for healing. Remarkable.
Thank you very much.
The pain was almost bringing me to tears.
Okay.
And now I can move, and there is a freedom to the movement, and there's no pain response whatsoever. Just nothing.
Excellent.
There's like nothing there.
Great stuff. As you can see, amazing. Just from using your imagination and working with the quantum field, it's amazing. The world's your oyster.
And I'm smiling as well, because for the last 2 days,
smiling.
yeah,